What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Elite Heat. Oh, look who's here.
What's up? What's up, good brother? All the true heels out there. What's going on, everybody? Oh shit. Was not expecting this. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm here tonight for one thing. I'm here for this all-in footage. And not because I think it's about CM Punk or anything surrounding that. I'm just here to confirm that it isn't about CM Punk. And everybody that was complaining about, oh, AEW, they have to latch on to CM Punk. Oh, he lives rent-free in their heads, just for it not to be that. Now it's going to be, oh, these motherfuckers lied. They said it was going to be this, and it wasn't that. Oh, the AEW in the mud. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. But I'm also here for some good. I'm also here for some good wrestling.
I mean, to be honest with you, even if they do show the actual footage, if it's legit, if it's real, CM Punk brought this upon himself. He decided to talk about it. He didn't have to talk about it, and he mentioned it. So at that point, it's like, I say it's fair game. Now, how they use it on TV, that's a different story. I just don't want them to do it just to be petty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if they use it as a storyline, then I think it could be good. I think this will be their best way to bring back Jack Perry. It's their best way to bring back Jack Perry, and like Sid said, make him the newest member of the Elite to basically be the replacement of Hangman Page. That's the best way to do it.
I didn't even think about that. That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, because you already got Okada. Okada replaced Kenny. Now you need somebody else to replace Hangman. And I think Jack will be the best replacement given the circumstances of everything that's been going on.
Yeah, because House of Torture isn't where he needs to be. Not in the slightest.
Funny part about it is that he's got them pretty over.
Which is the irony of that.
He's got them over, so it was like... Which, I mean, him being the Elite, because he has been doing some good stuff in New Japan. He's been doing some good stuff. So if you bring him back with a heel stable, it could really help him out, because I think that this excursion to New Japan has helped him. And I think that this will be another way to elevate him. If you want to keep him heel, you want to keep him on this new track of things, right? We all know what happened. There's no secret at this point. So it's like, might as well use it.
Yeah.
Use it to his benefit. And it's not like he's a bad performer. So I say it's fake footage. It's still lame to bring it up on TV. Punk did his dirt on a podcast. Yeah, which was viewed over 1 million times. So at this point, it could be a podcast, but he already brought it out there when he said he was going to move on from all the AEW stuff, which he didn't. So people could try to use it any way they want to use it. If they didn't want this out there, Punk should have never said anything. That's how I see it. But who knows? Because all the reports are saying that there's not a work. I know Nicholas, when he posted up, Nicholas Jackson, he did say it's not a troll job. Like, he said it himself. But that could mean anything. He could say it's not a troll job, but then they're showing other footage that they were talking about. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it being like all these reports saying that it's not a troll job. So I think at this point, like, there's no reason for it to be. But also, I don't recall them saying that they were going to show anything specific. So I think they could show
They did it.
anything.
They did it.
Yeah,
they
exactly. Did. So that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's going into this.
They didn't say anything specific, because also when it was announced on Collision, it wasn't. Remember, Collision was pre-taped, so all that stuff that was added was what do you call that? It was edited in.
Oh yeah.
So, in regards to that, I mean, yeah, I personally think there's gonna be some fuckery. I don't think it's the actual footage. I don't think it is, but if it is, it's like, hey, Phil brought it upon himself. That's how I see it. Or they did it to pop it rate. Nah, I honestly don't think they did it to pop a rating. I think they did it because of what was said this past week, and they want to be very transparent of the situation. That's how I see it. I don't think it's a rating pop, because he said a whole lot. It wasn't just about that. He said a whole lot. He basically buried the company. So it was like, all right. He was like, you buried. It was like, all right, you come at us, you got some proof.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you, Will. He says, let's say Kenny and Hangman comes back. Who's the other two people you would want them to? Because it feels like a blood and guts match. It won't be a blood and guts match. For one, there's no timetable of when Kenny's coming back.
Yeah. Because
Kenny is getting operated. He has I never remember that name, but he had the same basically, I think it's a disease. He basically had the same thing that Brock Lesnar had, where it's basically you have a damn hole in your stomach. He's had that for a month.
Yeah, diverticulitis.
Yeah, he's had that, and the problem is that he's had that for a while. So now he's basically getting operated now for it. I don't know exactly when, but he basically got to go to get operated. But then once the operation happens, then he has to go in for training, all that stuff. Like, it's just it's a long process. So I don't think he's coming. I don't think he's coming back until maybe, like, the best case scenario. I would say is All In. I would say All In. That's the best case scenario. But he ain't coming back by Blood and Guts, which is usually like June. They usually do like in June or July, so I don't think that's happening.
Speaking of All In, this cat is all in my fucking smoking area. Come on, bro, let me roll up. What's going on? Hey, bro, Simba, let me roll a fucking blunt, bro. What's going on, everybody? Will, you're the man. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate you.
He looks like you got the Andre the Giant hair.
Nah, this is the Sting. This is the Sting 1999.
Ain't no damn Sting 1999.
It's like every time I come out, Shivani goes, "It stinks." It's me, stinks.
Definitely accurate.
That hurts. That hurts, man. I'm hygienically sound, all right?
You did that. You did that. You did that to yourself. You did that to yourself.
Hygienically sounds crazy. That's got to be the new one when you go to these like conventions and shit.
They want it to be transparent.
The problem is hygienically sound.
The problem. So I want to read this comment. Right, it's like if they want to be transparent, they could have showed the footage. The problem with that was that you would have made the situation nuclear worse, which meaning when Punk was fired, it was freaking all out weekend, right? It was in Chicago, all out weekend. By showing the footage, then it would have made the company look bad, like
And it's a
extremely
legal
bad.
thing too. They couldn't even talk about it.
Yeah, and it became a situation where there was a bunch of stuff that was going on that that was just not going to happen. They had the footage and they didn't show it for a reason, but now because there's things that are coming out, they're like, all right, you're saying that this happened, so we're going to show it. We're going to show proof of that you're full of shit. That's how it is to me.
So they didn't show it yet, right? This started off the show. I'm assuming it's only 13 minutes in. Okay.
Now, Joe and Dustin was going to start the show, but he got jumped by Joe got jumped by Swerve.
Ah, nice.
So they went to this.
Yo, Simba, what the fuck, bro?
But then also, I do think, I mean, honestly speaking, CM Punk in that interview, I do think he was lying. I think there's a few things he was lying about anyway. So it was like,
imagine they show the footage and it's just fucking.
He says
Jack Perry stomping him out.
He was like, he fucking said like, hey, I didn't throw a punch. I just choked him a little bit. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean? You choke somebody a little bit.
Yeah, you're fucking admitting to assault.
Like you're admitted.
You're admitted to assault.
Like you just literally just admitted that you did something. So so it's like you said, oh, I just did a little bit.
Told it's a BDSM.
Yeah, it's like the fuck. You know what I mean? Like
thanks a lot.
For her to say like, oh, I just choked him a little bit. It's like, bro, you ain't choking him a little bit. You probably yoked the fuck out of him. That's what you did.
He picked his ass up, little jungle boy.
Yeah, which again, I've always said in a situation, was Jack innocent in the situation? No, because I think Absolutely Jack provoked something with the wrong person. And I've always said that. I've always been open about that. I'm like, this man cares about what people say about him. He cares that if you put him on blast or you say something about him, he's going to be upset about it. So the fact that you basically publicly fucking took a shot at him on TV while the pay-per-view is going on, you think he was not going to say nothing? Like, that's where crazy. I come up when it comes to Jack. But Punk, it was more of, bro, like you're 45 years old. You shouldn't be reacting this way to shit. But then also,
his ego definitely got the best of the situation because it's like, oh, I'm CM Punk and you're Jack Perry. Like anything I say, or I say to anyone, they should just automatically listen to me. And I think
I feel like he went deeper than that.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
He's like, he was like, I'm CM Punk and you're fucking Luke Perry's kid.
He probably talking to him crazy. But I think that's the biggest difference between the locker rooms is WWE got all these new people who really aren't used to the business versus guys that have been in the indie scene who've been on professional wrestling for years. They just haven't been on television. So it's like you're trying to talk to me like I'm a young bull, but I'm not. You know what I mean? So like I think that's the biggest difference between the two companies. And obviously this is not.
But also, I think the biggest flaw within that interview is what Ariel should have asked him is, why did he do that? Why did Jack do that on TV? Right? He never did. He never asked him that because his response
you're not gonna get that. Yeah, you're not gonna get that out of him.
No. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like he asks about everything else, right? But that's the problem within the interview. Like he asks about everything else. Oh, so there's an incident that happened in August. So what happened? Can you tell us about it? But then, when you speak about the situation about the glass and everything, you said, oh, that Jack responded with, oh, okay, I won't do it because Punk told him not to do it, right? But then he goes on TV. He goes on TV and then he does the line, cry me a river, like real glass, cry me a river, right? But then you don't ask him, why did Jack do that? Like, why did he do that on TV? Like, why did he reacted that way?
It's such a good line, by the
way. Why? Yeah. Because if he would have asked him, Punk would have been caught in a lie. Why? Because Punk's side was the one that fed that he fed that information to the dirt sheets. the same dirt sheets that he complains that wrestlers go to give out information, yet he does the same exact thing, right? It's like, bro, how are you upset that motherfuckers are doing that when you do the same thing? Because to me, it's like, hey, wrestlers do that shit all the time. To me, it's not a problem, but it's like you can't get upset at other people for doing it when you're doing the same thing.
Oh, it's called hypocrisy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why he would have got caught. He would have got caught. He would have got caught in the bigger lie if he would have asked him that. But the reason why Ariel didn't ask him that is because Ariel's he already established that he's pro WWE. He's completely biased to the situation. You know, he even tried to get Cody to try to say something negative about AEW, and it didn't work. So he has he has an agenda already. So of course he didn't ask that. He didn't ask that because he already knows the answer to that. Hey, he didn't answer that because he knows Phil fed that information to the same people he complained about.
Top guy with a great question. Can you imagine living life for 45 years and never being wrong? Well, that's CM Punk in a fucking nutshell.
It's everybody else's fault, not mine.
Oh, well, I mean, there's another guy that I know in Brooklyn who's like that.
I like Chase's comment. I know as an emotional human being myself, I get what Punk is like. Sometimes you got to let people know you can't always push buttons. I agree, but that's there's a time and a place, and I don't think CM Punk ever knows if there's a time and place. Like he's completely
he never knows
time and place.
But you also know what's the problem with CM, and everybody knows I'm a big CM Punk fan, right? I've always been a fan, right? I've always been a fan. I've always had great interactions with Punk, right? All the times that I've met him, I've always had a good experience with Punk, right? The problem I have with Punk is that sometimes when these stories come out, he tends to either act like in the situation that he's the savior of the situation or that he's the victim. Like he never acts like he did anything wrong in the situation. That's the problem with Punk.
This is the best Penta match I've seen in like 2 years.
Oh, because he's usually Mexico somewhere or something.
You be showing out in Mexico too. Oh.
Well, he hasn't had that many. He hasn't had as much singles matches like he does on the Indies.
Not this year. Last year it feels like because Phoenix was out for a long time. I feel like he had a lot of single matches.
It's like Ariel when he asks, yeah, it's true. Because I mean, Ariel he's still in his feelings about TK not answering his questions and all this stuff. But then, yeah, when he had an interview with Triple H, not one fucking question about Vince McMahon. Hey, how do you feel about your father-in-law retiring, forced to retire? He never asked him that. But yeah, he's upset at Tony Khan for not answering questions about Brawl Out.
Yeah, Ariel's like one of my least favorite MMA guys. So,
no, he was good at one point. That's the thing, though. Like Ariel was great at his job at one point, but then when everything happened with Dana White, and then kind of like when he has all these beefs with other people, like he kind of like I appreciate where he could stand up for himself and he claps back. So that stuff I appreciate, but then I think sometimes he takes it a little too far. Where it comes to like, bro, like now you're just looking ridiculous. Like you're showing how your feelings were really hurt. Like he tries to play off this whole thing about Dana White, like how he's not upset, or he tries to play it off. It was like, no, bro, like you're upset at Dana White because Dana White legit does not want you at UFC shows because one, he started speaking out about fighters' pay, which is I think it's a fair topic.
Fair topic, yeah.
I think it's a fair topic to talk about, but then. Basically, what he did was he basically tried to ruin UFC 200 by leaking the Brock news, and apparently he was told not to do it, and he did it anyway. That's why Dana White has had a vendetta against him. But I think that was more so of just a reason. I think it was more like they're already having issues, but then that happened. That was basically like the reason, like that was basically like the scapegoat of like, all right, fuck this guy. So ever since then, that's why he doesn't fuck with Dana White. Like that's why they don't. That's why Dana doesn't fuck with Ariel.
I don't blame him. Damn, so this is the new formula for Elite Heat or for Dynamite. It's fucking, we starting off every week with a 25-minute, 30-minute match.
Yeah, might as well.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Well, last
It
week
just
what
feels
they did.
weird with the second commercial.
Oh no, well they did it. Well, they did. What was it? Well, the Mercedes stuff they did. Like she opened up the show like a couple of weeks ago when she debuted. Last week I don't remember how they opened up the show, but I think last week they closed the show with a segment, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I did not watch last week. I just read the spoilers, my friend. Well, not the spoilers. I read the results.
Oh, I think I think they closed out with a segment, so that's usually something new. They usually have like a beginning match and then a last match. So I think it was a segment that they closed the show with. So they usually do 10 open matches. Usually not this long though. Well, because we were supposed to get the Dustin and Joe match, and we just didn't get it.
Oh shit! Well, that's true. Right. You can't climb on me right now, bro. I'm still smoking. Hey, it's me versus the cat. This is the real fight right now.
It's more about fighters pay, but I think to this comment, I think at first he did. I think it was about like looking out for the fighters. But I think after the fallout with Dana, I think now he speaks up more against Dana, like fighters pay against Dana. I think that's what it is as well. But ever since he got his feelings, man, like he, again, like at one point, man, he was good, but now like I don't know. And then also like all the shit he's doing on his channel, like the MMA Hour, it's just like it's a little cringy. Like I don't mind having like if you have wrestlers on the channel and shit, like that's fine. But now you're gonna have them do like angles on your platform when this was the whole
cringe.
This was the I'm not a wrestling fan. I don't report wrestling news, but yet you're having wrestling angles on your fucking chat on your show. Like, all right, bro, make it make sense at this point. That's how I feel about Ariel.
Which he will not.
Oh no, he won't. Oh, look, we got another super chat from Will. Thank you.
My guy.
But yeah, I think some AEW fans upset that Mercedes' first match may be a double. I mean, if it is, I just tell them to kick rocks and just wait, just relax.
Yeah, what's the rush? Let her make sure she's fully ready.
Yeah,
super special. You don't gotta fuck.
I think because I think what it is too. I think she's not cleared. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But there's a reason. There's a reason why she's not wrestling yet. I mean, it was not up to Double or Nothing. I think she's gonna wrestle before Double or Nothing. I think people just need to calm their tits when it comes to that stuff. But if they're upset, they're upset. I mean, hey, how long did we have to wait for Jay Cargill to have a 30-second match? Singles match. You know what I mean?
Which we fucking loved, by the way.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I loved it. I mean,
I wouldn't say love it, but I think it's the right way to build up Jade.
Well, if I may interject in that real quick. Here's the thing. I'm mixed about that. Here's the thing about that. They kept her off of TV from being signed in October, November. Kept her off until Mania, which September. I'm really not really upset about that. But I get the Mania match, so then I get the match on Monday following Mania, and she's doing exactly what she did in AEW. And people are accepting of this in WWE, but it was an issue when she did it in AEW, which again, we get how fans are. I understand all that. And literally the same people that, why don't they use her more? Why don't they use her more? Give her this, give her that, give her that. Which again, I'm a Jay Cargill fan. I'm not really upset about it. But my thing is just the people that are just like, oh, it was an issue there, but now she's in another company, and it's like, oh well. I think she tweeted something like, You know, oh, you thought I was going to have like a 20-minute, 30-minute class. No, I'm here to get paid and blah, blah, blah. I keep it moving, which I love that for her character because it makes sense. So everybody's like, oh, she doesn't need to be doing this, need to be doing. Yeah, she doesn't need to do that. So why are we keeping her off television? What is she training for?
Yeah.
You know what I
She
mean?
made her debut at the Royal Rumble, which was like 3 or 4 months after she signed with the company for one. And two, I actually agree with Ness because the whole objective again, when it comes to trips, he said we want her to be ready, right? That was the whole projective. And then he says, oh, you know, she wasn't ready. It wasn't her fault. He took a shot at AEW for that.
Yeah.
It wasn't not her fault. No. Right. No fault of her own. Right. And all this stuff. Right. But then, when it comes down to it, and I've been saying it on Tru Heat, I've been saying I was just like, when it comes to her presentation, everything has been AEW so far. Like her look, music.
Romeo has a vital piece of information that could have played a part, because you can't. It's not all about being physically ready in the ring, but it's also being ready TV wise.
Even before that, like before her mom passed away, this was the thing. So
everybody moves at their own pace, you know.
I get it. No, I'm saying I get it, but at the same time, it's like you're presenting her, you're having her on TV, right? Remember, for a while they're having her on TV. They were doing stuff with her on TV. So I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, look, so even with that, right? The anticipation with her was so big, and the hype and all that. Like, I could see how it could be bad or weird that they keep her off of TV for so long, right, before they debut her to do the exact same shit she was doing at AEW. I get that.
Yeah.
But the anticipation was built to her debut, and then all this happened and people accepted it. So the wait wasn't even, it might have been beneficial. You know what I mean? To her debut.
I don't know about that one.
Listen, I'm looking at it from a business and casual fan standpoint.
No, I get it.
From somebody who knows how she was getting down at AEW and how she's presented. I'm looking at it as, oh shit, Jade Cargill, I'm hyped. Months, fucking, where's Jade Cargill? She comes out, she just dominates and does the same little things that she was doing at AEW. But it looks so good on WWE to the new viewer that the anticipation probably played a bigger role in that.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can see it two sides of the spectrum, right? Like,
no, I can. I mean, I can't, but because
I can see your point too. Like,
you know what I'm saying, like, but remember, she was signed because of what she did in AEW. So it's not like so it's not like it's somebody like brand new. You know what I mean? But the reason why I'm saying this is because of Triple H. He brought it out there. Like, he mentioned, like, we want her to be ready. And if you're just doing the same thing that she's already doing, then it's like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem. So, I mean, I do see both sides. I do get your point, and I do get Nessa's point, which they're strong points. What's going on, bro? What is he doing?
Brody King kicking Adam Copeland's ass.
I hope he ain't about to get his ass kicked twice or lose twice.
Hey,
because I doubt if they're winning that trios match tonight.
And honestly, I don't want Jay to do 30-minute matches. That's never what I wanted from her.
Nah.
But the way I see it as, again, I go back to the point that I said about Triple H. He was one that said we want her to be ready. Right? And then he took that shot at AEW. So for me personally, I expect something either new, something different from her.
Different from
now
what
they
you've
want to
seen
keep her
already,
as a dominant factor, right? And that now they want to keep her as a dominant factor, like the way they've been using her. That's fine. At the same time, the ceiling is still there. Like, she's not passing that from what we've seen already. You know what I mean? Like,
it's still early.
We've seen, but no, it's still early. But I'm just saying, like, if that's the case, I'm just like, all right, so we're just gonna get the same Jade that we got before. She's just on a bigger platform. That's all it's going to be to me, which is fine. And I said it. I was like, which is fine, because I think they should use her in that aspect of being dominant and being like that. But then, oh, they got Jericho. He's like, oh gosh,
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Safet. I'm tired of the guy.
He's. I think a lot of people are tired of Jericho.
For him, it's like another makeshift tag team that he made. He comes up, Lion Hook. Nobody's going to buy that shirt. I'll take that back. Somebody's going to buy that shirt, but
what fucking
it's not
Lion
going
Hook?
to be me.
MAGA supporters.
It's a good shirt to wash your car with.
And then they got Shibata with him. Don't get Shibata mixed up in Jericho's fucking fuckery. All right, that's funny.
Why are you doing this with Shibata? You know?
I mean, that's for the people that say they're tired of all these serious wrestlers with no character. Apparently, everybody has to have an outrageous gimmick. We know what Shibata can do. I don't need Shibata to talk. He ain't got to say shit. He doesn't have to say a damn thing.
Just look at you and kick your ass.
That's all I want. That I know, but I know what I'm getting with when I watch Shibata match, or just wrestling in general. If you can wrestle, I really don't need a character from you. If you can wrestle and you have a great character or can do character work, that's a plus. If you are like just straight character and you're not that great of a wrestler, like I'll appreciate you for your gimmick, but inside the ring, like that's where it matters to me the most, me personally. Yeah, I think they should be showing in a couple of minutes.
So this is 4. This is FTR and Young Bucks 4.
Most likely.
For the tag team championships. Young Bucks getting that win back.
Well, I forgot who asked it earlier about the blood and guts thing. If that was possible, FTR was the team that I would think would be with Kenny and Hangman.
Kenny, Hangman, and FTR.
Versus,
but then you will need one more person
for each side, right?
So wait, it would be the Young Bucks and Okada. And who else?
And Jack Perry. If that was the discussion at that time. And Jack Perry, if
that would be kind of funny.
Now the reason why Jack Perry got brought up because when we were talking about the footage thing, I was saying that this is probably their way of bringing him back onto AEW programming, right? True. And if they do that, he could be the replacement of Hangman to the Elite, which is something that Sid said first. So I don't want to take credit for it. Sid has said it for he's been saying it for like the last 2 weeks. Like, oh yeah, that if they bring him back, he should be the replacement of Hangman, which I think would be cool, just because it's something good, significant for him coming back. But then also, like, I don't know if you noticed last week when they were coming out, they brought him up. Like when they were coming out, they said, "Hey, Scapegoat, we love your work." So
Scapegoat.
Yeah, they said he's a scapegoat. Love your work. So
they hinted Easter eggs. I wouldn't mind that. But then who's gonna be the fourth person for what would be Hangman?
It'll be Okada.
We got our own fourth person. No, I know on that team. Top guy.
Yo, shit is about to get real, isn't it? For a little while, huh?
Who would be the fourth guy on Kenny's side? It would be Kenny. Who are the other guys? Who am I missing? Oh, you said
Kenny
FTR and Kenny
and Hangman.
and Hangman. All
There'll be
right.
one
Yeah.
more. So it'll be one more.
Well, it'll be 5-on-5.
Yeah, it's always remember blood. It's always 5-5.
Damn. So who would be the fifth?
Yeah, I don't
person?
know who else.
Who's the fifth man? I don't know.
Blood and guts.
Um,
You talking about
I
blood and
know.
guts?
Eddie Kingston. No,
I
he
know,
got his own thing going on.
Oh, and then for the elite, it will be it will be Drew Galloway.
Oh, shit.
More like Drew Gulak.
About
Oh,
to watch
no.
Mr.
Oh
Let's
no.
see if we get some footage of no accountability.
He said Gulak.
I'm telling you.
You
They're
mean
gonna roll the footage and there's Jungle
you
Boy
mean
beating
getting canceled? You mean getting canceled? That's what you mean?
No, we don't need that. Speaking of which, hit the thumbs up. Wait, why would Hangman join me?
Hey, my man, Mark Briscoe.
What? So like, we're gonna see CM being civilized, holding everybody back, being peacemaker, telling everybody no that this isn't right, like you shouldn't be doing this. He's
We'll
gonna
see.
put his hands on Jack Perry's shoulders and it's gonna act like a choke
I
for
still-
like 4 seconds.
I still think I think it's gonna be some fuckery. I don't think knowing the Bucks, because I've been saying I was like, I think it's a choke job.
They're gonna kayfabe the shit out of this. They about to work everybody. They not about to show shit.
And then they're going to complain about why they didn't show it. Oh, it was so corny. They didn't do it.
Yo, Tony Khan should just turn heel, become an on-screen character.
Oh hell no, don't do that.
Think he'd get heat, bro. I think that'd be good.
Nah, that'd be worse. That'd be like damn, what was that dude's name? The one that they did the Dark Side of the Ring on?
Oh, Herb Abrams.
Nah, that would be like that would not be a good thing.
You people want to fucking boo me? He'll go like all Scarface on them. Who put this shit together? Me. I'm here for it. Tony Khan go all Scarface on him.
I think he stays away from it because of the NFL as well, like the NFL stuff.
Yeah.
You ever seen Tony Khan try to stomp his foot? And he's always like, "Yeah, I want to thank you for joining me."
They gonna get this shit rolling. We might have to mute the TV to hear this shit. Might have to mute the sound here. So
We're going no commentary.
I mean,
I feel like
we
Tony
gotta be able
Schiavone
to
now.
we gotta be able to give commentary.
You're exactly right, top guy.
We can't go off of sign language. There we go. Hold on.
No, it goes. It's a foot from. Yup, I do it.
Well, goddamn.
So, guys, what do you want to talk about?
Damn, they showed it.
Yo, I'm not even gonna hold
Motherfucker
you
really
back.
got choked out.
Nah, but
He got put in the headlock. It wasn't.
I'm just gonna
choke.
finish hearing them out, and then
Sorry, Top Guy. We didn't want to go on without you finishing it. Jack Perry, I don't think Jack Perry necessarily looks like a bitch. It's just, CM Punk struck first and got the upper hand.
I gotta hear this promo too.
so so who wants to start?
It was like a high school shuffle. Shout out to Samoa Joe. He broke that shit up real quick.
I mean, hold on, damn, the FTR's on this too. Hold on.
He said Punk didn't lie. I disagree with this. Punk definitely lied.
Yeah, he didn't choke him. Put him in a headlock. It's different.
He definitely, and he tried to make it seem like it was nothing. That's something. He put his hands on Jack first.
Yeah. Hold on. Super chat by Will Chisholm. Where is it?
Real, that was a bad.
to be real, that was a bad headlock. I see why he lost in the UFC. Yes, sir, indeed.
Okay. So he says he tried to handle the situation. So what did he try to do? He tried to rough him up. He try to show him some tough love, show him a tough lesson. I don't know who gives you the right to do that, to handle things like that. I don't know who allowed you to be an enforcer to handle things like that.
Motherfucker thought he was Undertaker for a second.
Like, they obviously viewed you as some type of leader, and that leader went away as soon as you started shoving him.
Yep.
Obviously, nothing to be. He ain't gonna go home crying about it. He ain't gonna go like that. There was nothing. Basically, it was like two people getting in each other's face, and then a little shove and a little push here, and then that was it. A little scuffle. Nobody got hurt, but it was definitely a whole lot of cap there.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of cap there because you ain't trying to dissolve shit. You actually ignited it.
He made it worse, and that's where I stand on it. He made it worse.
He probably did go after Tony Khan.
Because it was a peaceful situation. It looked like obviously they might have had some segment disagreements or some shit that they just talked about like regular employees. My man had to come in and get physical. Like, where's the power? Like, who gave you the power to do that? Like, if you weren't being listened to, walk away, move on. All right, he ain't my business. That's your business, Tony. Go ahead, handle your boy.
Would it?
He handled him
No,
already.
it's not going to do any not in WWE itself, but it's about Punk himself. That it's more so of that because he legit last week went on a podcast, spoke on his side of things and what happened, and what he said happened doesn't appear to that's what happened. So that makes him a liar. He didn't throw a punch. He didn't throw a punch. To his credit, he did not throw a punch. But the way that he made it seem like he was casual, he was cordial, and then what you see is you see Punk coming in hot. They had a conversation. Jack was stepping away, and then Punk pushed him. That's what you see. He pushes him and then puts him in the chokehold.
That was a mush. That was a borderline mush.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm just saying.
Will Chisholm, another super chat. Thank you, brother. The real question is, will Drew take a shot at his promo Monday? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why not?
But it's almost like, to a degree, right? It's if you kind of hear it in other contexts, he did say, "You're not gonna like how I handle it. You're not gonna like it." He did say that. So because I guess he obviously knows he's his own hothead. So It's like, why ask me to do something when I'm probably not going to handle it right? But you still asked me to handle it, and I didn't handle it right. It's almost like you got what you asked for.
That's true. That's true.
So it's kind of like they're both wrong. Like, if you know you got a walking hothead in your back in your locker room, in your backstage area, why ask the hothead to handle a situation? Why? You have Samoa Joe there. If you have all of these other superstars there, you had to ask the hothead. So that, to me, is just dumb on one. Whoever asked Punk to step in, whoever asked him to step in was dumb. Because clearly he gave them exactly kind of what he said. You're not going to like it. And they obviously didn't like it. So that part stood true.
Well, he was talking, I think, but that was more so of the Tony Schiavone situation.
Right. So that's when, that is kind of when the boss does need to step in. That's where TK should have stepped in and said, you know what? Stay back. I got this. Let me talk to him. Let me handle it. Because Tony ain't laying hands on nobody.
Yeah, but then also I think, like, given the situation, like, given the circumstances of the situation, like, we don't know everything else. Like, we don't know who was working. Like, Tony Khan is trying to fucking run a show. Yeah. So when it comes to, like, handle it or talk it to him, it's like, yeah, I get it. Was he going to do it at that moment? I didn't expect him to do it at that moment. But knowing Punk, I mean, again, he's a grown man. He's a grown man, and he should have just handled it better at the end of the day.
Josh, but that's hard to say that, because, all right, let's put this into perspective. We'll just say different people. Let's just say, and this is not putting labels on anybody. Let's just say, fuck, I'm Jack Perry. You're CM Punk. Ness is Tony Khan, and then you got Chris here. And I'm not agreeing with you. I'm not agreeing with whatever my boss is telling me, but they ask you to hothead. They know you're a hothead. They know you're not going to handle it right. To go and talk to him, to come and talk to me.
No, that's the thing, though. They never told him. No. I think that's where you're getting confused with. I think that's where. No. I think that's where you're getting confused with. They never told him to talk to Jack. That's the thing. They never told him to talk to Jack. What they told him to talk to Jack about was the actual Collision segment. That's what they talked to him about. They didn't. When it came to all in, they didn't go up to Punk and tell him to have a conversation with him about what he just said during his match.
So
That's the
what
difference.
was the point? That I get my question. What is the point of you coming to talk to me? What is the point?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you're confusing the situation.
I'm asking. So why, if you're CM Punk, why are you coming to talk to me?
Because you're upset. Because he was upset of what he said on TV during All In.
That
During
Jack
his match
was
with All In.
upset with that. So Punk was upset with what Perry said on TV.
Yes.
So if we're outsiders, and if you notice from an outsider, that means there's a bunch of insiders that knows that. So as soon as those two get near each other, you gotta have somebody diffuse that shit immediately. Back them up right away. Just like, you know what? Let me talk to you about something, Punk. Let me talk to you about something, Jack. Let's just separate them. Why even let that conversation ignite?
Because Tony Khan's a pussy.
It's literally.
No, but then also,
like flame.
But then also, you're not expecting that to happen. Regardless, you're not expecting the blow up to happen. That's the thing. Nobody expected Jack to do that.
Do you think you can predict what CM Punk could do?
Nobody can.
So that's the point that I'm trying to make.
Nah, I could, and he did it.
So so if you know that he is capable of being this insubordinate person,
but then also
why are you even letting him talk to them?
But then also the reason why is because, again, a lot of people, you're not expecting for him to act up again for what happened a year ago. So I can see it on both ends. Like, I do see what you're saying. I do see your point to that.
Josh, that means he has a reputation. If he did it before, that means he already has a reputation.
No, I already know that. Like, yeah.
That means they know that
I'm
too.
not saying. No, I'm saying, but I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not disagreeing with you.
No, we're talking. I'm
not saying like no. I'm saying like I'm not disagreeing
their
with
issue.
you. I'm not saying like I'm not. I'm not saying like no. Like, I'm not. No, I'm saying like I'm not disagreeing when it comes to that. But what I'm saying is that and then there was people already there too. There was people already there. Like, you see, there was people standing around.
Bunch of them there.
Yeah. So again, I don't think it was a situation where like they expected that to happen, because there are people standing around. Now, as you saw in the footage, that shit happened really fast. Like, once he pushed them and they got him in headlock.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, you can't, at that point, there's nothing you could really do stop it until after that shit happens.
The only thing we don't see is if there is actual, and but he doesn't need to talk about it. If Tony Schiavone in that moment had asked Punk to go talk to him.
No, it wasn't that.
So
the Schiavone thing, the Schiavone situation happened with
separately
the actual segment. Yeah, it had nothing to do.
It was not the collision.
Yeah, it was not in. Yeah. So I know people are like, people ask them to know. Like, no, the situation. There was two different situations. So that's why I'm clearing it up. Like, there was two different. The situation with Schiavone told him to talk to him about was the broken glass. Jack wanted to use real glass.
That might be hard. That might be hard to clear up because we only got a snippet. We don't know if someone asked him to go talk to him again. Like, we don't know if somebody, because he looked like you could see him visibly walking, not happy. Like, he walked there pacing, like he wasn't happy. So somebody might have asked him again to go talk to him, and it's like, bro, I'm not the fucking boss.
No, I don't think they did. Like, because that's never, because again, even when Punk spoke about it, he never said that. He never said somebody told him to talk to Jack after that happened.
Yeah, this.
So I don't think
there's the layer from this.
Yeah. So I don't think in the situation, I don't think what happened with All In, I don't think somebody legit told Punk go talk to Jack.
So in all, Tony Khan is the biggest bitch of all time. Just so that is why he feared for his life. goodness gracious, good, like he shit. Why he?
If you didn't hear me the first time,
management during like the Attitude Era and shit.
Let me reiterate: Tony Khan is a pussy
during that time. Jeez.
And that's all right.
He feared for his life because 2 other grown men had a disagreement and had a 10 to 12 second scuffle. He feared for his life.
How would you feel if you were Tony Khan? Like, was Tony Khan like this doesn't shock me because it's fucking Tony Khan. He doesn't have an aggressive bone in his fucking body. Like, let's be real here. So that, yeah, you feel for his life. Who knows?
Okay, but Tony Khan,
his livelihood from a business standpoint.
Tony Khan should have personal security. He should.
Tony Khan should be doing a lot of shit that Tony Khan ain't doing. That's Tony Khan. This is why we just seen that shit on. They just showed that shit.
He should if you're that, obviously he's very, very fragile. He's not somebody that's going to get in anybody's face. But you can have an enforcer, you can have security by you, you can have.
Yeah, I was gonna say because he doesn't really need to. Yeah,
if you're that fearful, like, dude, you're walking around a place that is full of fucking 200-pound men, that is fucking full of supplements to testosterone and fucking volatile attitudes, and all they do is fight. He's a boss of people that fights in a ring for a living. Like, come on. Like, at some point, there's gonna be people that has disagreements, and there's gonna be people, dude. There's people that had literal fights backstage, like that actually had fights. That wasn't a fight. Like, obviously, then you might want to kind of reevaluate what's surrounding you.
From like a business standpoint, some shit like that happened at your job. That's a lawsuit. So, but again, that's another part of it. Because that like shit like that just can't happen at niggas' jobs. Like, no, like that's not like, you know what I'm saying. Like, somebody just if one employee puts their hands on another employee, like, yeah, that's some serious shit. But the way it happened, I understand. Like, yeah, that's not Tony Khan's. Like, he's not. I'm not gonna say he needs to be a tough guy or some shit like that, but like, yeah.
So that means if any 2 of his talents ever disagree or get into any type of scuffle,
but that's why he needs real security.
That's what I'm like. That if you have that by you, you can use them to break up or kind of diffuse whatever's surrounding you. You're not using that to fuck people up. You're using that to protect, obviously, your surrounding. And you're the boss of all of these people. You are their employer. You are like, you can't not handle any of these situations because you have this high level of fear. You are their employer. So if people are not behaving the way they should, you have to have a level of a backbone to be able to address those people that is not operating correctly in your workplace. I think that is, if you are a boss in any form of light, like, listen, yeah, of course there's going to be some fear in there. That shit is normal. We had, all of us got fear in our bodies. But if a situation of scuffling happens, like in my workplace, I'm different. I might go in myself and try to break that up. But if I got fear, like, I got to have someone around me to help diffuse that. Because if I'm not physical, that somebody's got to help me do that. And that's not only that's for my protection too. You can't be walking around with no security and then you're all of their bosses. And then when shit pop off, you're just like in shock fear because you can't do anything about it. Like he's right to be scared. Yeah. He's a little dude. He's 140 pounds. Of course, he's got a right to be scared. All of these guys are at minimum 50 to 70 pounds bigger than him at minimum. So, yeah, anybody would probably kill him with a punch.
Well, not even that. People around you. He's the boss. Like, there's nothing they can do to him
Right.
Like, there's really nothing that they can do to him.
If I'm
honestly.
the boss and if anyone touches me,
Yeah.
you're going to prison for God knows how long. You're going to be probably blackballed from any promotions because of the word that I'm going to put out there about how volatile you are. Ain't nobody going to touch you. He is the boss of the second biggest wrestling promotion in the world. His words are not like, if he puts a reference out there on someone, that shit ain't gonna go on deaf ears. I just want to know what's the purpose of them showing it. Like, I truthfully just want to know what's the purpose of them actually showing that. Was it to respond to what Punk said directly?
Because absolutely.
That's literally.
Absolutely.
But they try to spin it into their little storyline, which clearly, obviously, but it was like, all right, you want over here? You want to lie to people? You want to lie to people? We got you.
yeah, exactly. I'm not saying it was an obvious response, and that's why I was telling this earlier. I was just like, hey, if they didn't want, if Punk would have stayed shut, does this happen? Most likely not. I'm just saying.
You see, just think if TK got punched like Vince did from Bret Hart. You see, that would never happen because TK is never gonna directly fucking screw somebody's life over. Like TK is not gonna do that to anybody. Like TK is,
and then also we're just in different times. I think that's another thing. We're in 2025, and I get people are gonna bring up like how it was in the 90s and then 80s. We're not in those times anymore. Unfortunately, Bruiser Brody got stabbed by somebody else in the locker room.
And this is gonna get Jack Perry some notoriety. I'll tell you that people's definitely gonna be on the lookout for the scapegoat now. It all comes together. Hopefully, if it works for them and it benefits them at the end of the day, and they get something good and they get a good story out of Jack Perry out of this, then cool. But this shit better have some payoff for somebody.
Most likely, I think it's gonna because remember, the reason why he's doing the New Japan run is to bring him back. Like, that's the reason why he's doing the New Japan run.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like that.
Did anybody read this? Because I want to see this too.
Yeah, I put it up.
I want to see Andrade slapping Sammy.
That's another one that fucking, a lot of trouble backstage, and I ain't gonna say you keep getting away unscathed, but
you see now when
thumbs up.
Get punched, not that TK would screw somebody. I mean, if he got punched, then he can say he feared for his life. You don't have to physically get hit to fear for your life.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to get physically attacked, or it's whatever is surrounding you. It's the surrounding presence that is. I'm just saying, like, that's your the energy that is in your vicinity. Like, if people are scrapping, if there's like 3-4 people scrapping, you don't know if one of those people got a weapon. You don't know if somebody got something that can cause damage to others or even you. And you could catch a stray in all of this and not even be a part of it. So just because it's not directly to you, you don't have to be attacked to have fear about something. There's people that is no confrontation at all. They're not confrontational people. So that's not valid. It's not valid.
Yeah, and also we live in fucking New York. Like, you think there's times we don't live in fear? Like, I'm just saying.
Bro, every day when I wake up is a different mission.
Like, is this guy, like, come on. I mean, I expected a better comment from CRC. Like, come on. We deal with it all the time. Like, how many times, like, especially lately, we have this fucking guy Eric Adams as mayor. Like, all the fucking crimes that's been happening on the trains. You think we don't fear for ourselves? Of course, we gotta look out for ourselves. We gotta look over our backs. And when you hear about incidents, people getting fucking shot in the train, and all this stuff that's going on in the city, of course that's gonna put people in fear. Like, just because you don't get shot doesn't mean you can't be in fear, right?
But people do have different mindsets, though. Some people do have that. If you're not coming at me mindset, then I ain't got nothing to worry about.
Which I get
There's
it.
people
But
that live
then
like
also
that.
like I do like your point where you were adding like people could because also like I mean at the end of the day I know people are dunking on Tony and all this stuff. Maybe he just said it because of the firing. Maybe that's why he just said it. Don't know why he felt that way. Unless if he was to come out and say, "Hey, this is the reason," we don't know. That's how he felt. That's how he felt, regardless of what transpired. Because from what I see, we don't see him on the view. We don't see him on camera. We don't see him on the footage.
Right.
But we do know that Punk and TK had an interaction. So we don't know if Punk did something in the situation. Which I'm not saying he threw a punch at TK. He didn't, So we don't know. We really don't know the interaction between. And I get it. We're seeing the footage, and that's what people are going to go, oh, that's what he feared for. But again, Punk did confirm he had an interaction with TK. He said he called him a clown, and he said he quit, apparently. Now I don't believe him for shit. I think something else happened.
I'm pretty sure it was a lot more colorful.
He was a nice
I'm pretty sure it was a lot more colorful. I'm pretty sure it was a lot more colorful.
Yeah, exactly.
Just now,
yeah,
after if Punk is
so like
that
now
heated,
it's like
I was gonna say if he's that heated, and if he approached Tony right after that, now you got a reason to fear, because now you got this 200-pound dude coming at you angry after he just got into a scuffle with another one of your talents. Now, regardless if he's going to touch him, you don't know what the man is going to do. You don't know what the man is going to do. So if Romeo is right, it says Punk is seen yelling and pointing at him at the end. If you're screaming at your boss, and that's almost like it looks like a threat, like
all I'm saying is that if I did that to my fucking boss, if I did that to my regional manager, shit, I wouldn't blame him if he was to say he feared for his life, because he probably hasn't fought in his life. So I get it. There's people who take shit differently, right? If I was to do that to my boss, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
and that shit would be mad unexpected coming from you, because you have a mild demeanor. Imagine you just coming out
for the most part, but if I have a short fuse, I could get really bad, like. But to that point, I mean, it's just, again, to me, the video confirmed, like, Punk wasn't telling. He told some truths, but he didn't tell the entire truth. That's how I see it.
Of course not. That was a poorly executed finish.
But I also think the video.
No, it wasn't. Power to the people. Power to my people, because I did not think
that's going to say that. Of course, that's going to say that.
Yo, I'm not even going
to. Was telling the whole truth either.
Is that Anthony Ogogo?
Yeah. I'm not even going to hold you. I'm waiting for this match to be over so I can tweet justice for Shane Taylor Promotions. I couldn't wait till the match was over. I couldn't wait. I couldn't fucking wait. But you know, I got something even better. I got a Shane Taylor Promotions win. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. God damn it. Yeah. I'll give you that, Tony. I'll give you that.
It's still wasting time with Jericho on TV, bro. Like,
Jericho got kicked in the face. I say, yeah, let's go.
I seen you. I seen you.
I feel bad that we gotta go through this, man.
Yeah. Oh shit! You're like a good.
I'm sorry, it was at
Jericho's
face. I wish that shit happened to fucking Jericho. I'm sorry it had to be expensive fucking Shibata.
Yeah, what an asshole.
Nobody wants to see Jericho turn on Hook because nobody's gonna care. No one's gonna care, bro.
Dude, I really don't care. That's a problem too.
That's the point. That's the point. No one cares anyway.
See,
every time he's trying to enhance this young talent, like, bro, it is not it. Stop. Like, stop fucking doing it.
Dustin's trying to finish his story.
It'll be the craziest thing if he won.
Yeah, I think a lot of
I got
us,
love
if
for
we did
Dustin
that,
Rhodes,
I
but
think a lot of us, if we did our managers, we'd be locked up. I'm just saying, most of us would be locked up.
Fired, like
Shit, my boss is a fucking 110-pound female.
oh, you're going to jail for a long time.
So that's why I'm going under the jail, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you just
So
gotta,
it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, I get it. Yeah, it's like I get it. You know, we don't know what was said. We don't know what happened after the fact.
It's gonna
The
create a
footage
whole
is
lot of
out there.
conversation, though. It's
Yep,
gonna create a
footage
whole
is
lot of
out there.
conversation, though.
Yep, it's out there. And you know, again, do I think this happens if Punk didn't say anything? No, I don't think it happens if he didn't say anything. But he did, and now it's out there.
I'm still in shock that they really showed that shit. I'm being
Me too.
honest with you.
I
didn't
honestly,
think they were gonna do it.
so when they were talking, I honestly thought it was gonna be like some fuckery from the match, from the All-In match. So I thought that's what it was at first. So that's what I was like, you see, they were fucking with everybody.
Damn, bro, this shit distracted us from a fucking Will Ospreay promo.
Oh, he clapped back.
He was pretty.
He clapped back at Triple H basically.
Probably, yeah. He was pretty fired
No,
up.
he did.
I didn't
No, he
hear
did.
the total.
Yeah, he clapped back.
Promo.
Got the Rainmaker coming out
because Triple H got salty about not signing Will Ospreay, so he tried to make him look bad, saying like he's not about the grind.
Listen, he understood where his placement would have been in that company. He would have been basically a growing Ricochet.
They would have made them niggas a tag team.
Yeah. Would have called them like the Flying Assassins or some shit. some cheese ball shit from 1999. Yo, I was laughing.
Okada looks bored out there.
Yo, Romeo got mad. It was a bunch of people in the chat, and as soon as he put the comment, oh, I already, bro. I know, and that's not even laying hands. That's if I even approach with any type of aggression, I'm going under the jail, bro.
Third degree assault.
Nah,
I didn't even touch him.
They would hit me for attempted fucking murder.
Oh,
I ain't even lay a hand. Nah, we saw that approach. We knew what your intentions were.
First degree, premeditated.
So,
and obviously, she's
got a promo.
White.
Oh shit!
Thanks for coming, son. Good shit, Okada.
Look at Okada.
Yo, Okada looks so bored.
My son working on the English.
He looks so bored. I love his bored look.
He's doing the he kind of looks like he's doing the get off my lawn gimmick again.
Get off my lawn. Oh, look at this bastard.
Oh, I guess the EVPs are coming out. Look behind him.
Yep.
Looked like he was running.
Fuck, we missed our cue.
Yo, Nicholas booked it way before Matt did.
It's like, I'm not running in these. What's he wearing?
Damn, y'all niggas is way ahead of me. Sheesh.
Sorry, bro.
That's all right. Can't do anything about it. I'm over here like fucking years behind y'all. Y'all over here talking about the Young Bucks running. I'm like, oh shit, these niggas are still in the ring yapping. I'll tell you when they run in on my screen.
We got a slip.
Yeah.
We got a mini
Yeah.
botch.
Say he was busy grinding on the boss's daughter.
Yo, Top Guy, you might be 2 minutes behind, but we got somebody who's 20 minutes behind. Hassan votes for Hook's team.
Hey, hey. At least I'm not a segment behind.
We're not gonna spoil it for you, Hassan. Go ahead and just watch that. You might want to fast forward a little bit.
No,
Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa. We're not gonna fucking tolerate this. We're not gonna tolerate this. All right. You don't ever put these two words together over here on Elite Heat. Ever.
Well, I mean, also is the wrong guy talking. You want to talk about smoking? You can't even spell names right.
You right like you high.
This dude got some nerve. This dude got some nerve to tell people what not to do. Yeah, he can't even get names right. What the fuck?
Don't think I didn't see that vote. Don't think I didn't see that vote for Adam Colin earlier.
Oh nah.
Will Old Spread.
Yeah, Will Old Spread is.
He said Will Old Spread, and then like last week, the week before,
he said
he fucking said Will Oil Spray. This guy got some nerve to tell people what not to do.
Fuck, I'm trying to. It was mercy moment. For
you should do. You know what you should not
do.
Not the dictionary. That's what you should stop not doing.
Just spell check is our friend. Spell check is our friend.
That should be worse when Romeo be having the match title literally right on the bottom of the screen. And then they're still butchered.
Will Chisholm, another super chat. Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. To be fair, I would be scared if Punk ran up on me. Now, if that tape showed Bobby Lashley doing that, if I'm Tony, I'm calling the police.
Word.
Yeah, I don't know. If Punk runs up on me, I'm probably gonna do what Punk did. No motherfucker run up on me.
If you're watching this on YouTube, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Well, whatever platform you're watching this on, like, retweet, share, subscribe, follow.
All that good shit.
Wasn't that said?
Yeah, I couldn't do the whole spiel. I'm high.
Was it like, comment, share, subscribe?
What's crazy is that
give us a heart. Wherever
that's probably what Chris's room literally looks like right now. Is his background.
Yeah. It's like one of those staged places. That's the way you need it, any way you want it.
I can't believe they did that. I mean, hey, like I said before, once Phil got it out there, I mean, gloves were off at that point.
Yeah.
So I mean,
if you say you're talking about to be fair, Punk didn't have to talk about it.
Yeah. And it got out there. It got out there because of Punk. So I mean, do I feel bad? Not really.
Cause and effect.
So I
like
mean,
Ariel, just because Ariel asked the question does not mean that you are obligated to answer.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody knows this, but there's a list of amendments that we have, and the fifth one states that you can legally plead the Fifth Amendment, not say a goddamn thing.
I'd rather not talk about it.
That's what Punk could have did.
I'd rather not talk
That's it.
about it.
He
That's
should
in
have.
the past.
I played the
In
fifth.
the past.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't.
and then also, he was Ariel was eager to get some dirt on AEW, and he got it. He wanted to shit on the company because of TK, and it did views for him.
Fuck views. He needs some ass. Shift your focus elsewhere.
What I mean that too.
Just for a little bit.
No, I'm just saying.
Like, Tony Khan and AEW.
CM Punk is probably like, I ain't never talking to your ass on an interview again.
He did say it. Punk did say he was gonna regret it. He was like, I feel like I'm gonna regret this.
I don't think Jack Perry's a bitch, though. I actually respect Jack Perry more after watching that. Because it's not like he cowered away. He was right there in his face, like, so what's up?
Yeah, he
What you gonna do? What's up?
He ain't running nobody.
It's like, go ahead, hit me, tough guy. You're gonna treat me like one of your UFC opponents? Jack Perry being a bitch would have walked away or ran away or said something, try to get somebody to get in between them and then start talking shit. My man was in his face talking that shit. Ready for action. Punk just caught the upper hand.
Unfortunately, Frantic, that ain't gonna happen. That's only gonna make it's only gonna make the conversations even heightened now. Wait till you see True Hill Heat on Saturday. probably gonna be the first hour.
Word.
Especially if SP, Chrissy, and Josh is on there. The two rants that SP and Chrissy probably gonna have on them. Because your boy SP already got his he got the picture painted on him already, and Chrissy's over that motherfucker. He's just over him, yo. She's just over talking about him, over hearing about him, over having every other episode of True Hill Heat spending 25-30 minutes on him. Oh, they gonna flame him on Saturday. I already know it. They gonna flame him on Saturday.
Well, Chisholm with another super chat. Thank you, brother. We appreciate that. So everybody keeps chasing that Club Shah Cat Williams interview. That ass. That's true.
Listen, man,
Even I mean, it's funny. It is funny, but even though like there were a few things Cat was definitely capping about.
Oh, 100%.
That's what makes it funny.
Oh,
I can tell you for sure though, he wasn't lying on. I would say he was more accurate with Steve Harvey, because Steve Harvey has been known for joke stealing. But like all the shit he said about growing up, about like him like reading the encyclopedia, like he was fucking lying about that. He was lying his ass off.
Yo, Tony got some bedroom shit on right now.
I love it. Oh shit! Damn, Deanna, you ain't have to drop the F-bomb.
I mean, The Rock does it.
That's true. Sweet Jesus.
The virtual Thunder Rose. Oh shit.
She's used to being by herself anyway.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's about to be a whole different type of match. I think it's a whole different type of wrestling.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I know exactly how I feel about that.
Well, I know that.
Oh shit!
Damn, Tony is ready, boy.
Oh God! Yo, Frantic World. I don't ever want to hear. I don't even want to hear Frantic World or see Frantic World in the comments say "wow" on one of my comments. Jimmy is a punk fan. You know he is going to back him hard. No Diddy.
No, that's all Diddy. That's all Diddy. That's all Diddy. I'm sorry.
That's
nah.
a take that.
That's all Diddy, bro. I'm sorry. Nah.
Oh,
That video did so much. I don't
Too
think
early
it
for
did.
this.
To be honest with you, I don't agree with Romeo.
Wait a minute, what happened?
I'm saying he says that the video did more harm to Jack than anything. I don't
Because
agree with
this
that.
is what I don't understand.
I don't agree.
Why does everybody's like, oh, Jack Perry's bitch, Jack Perry's bitch? Okay, we know that. Like, how is that? I don't understand what it shows that Punk was the aggressor. He wasn't the victim, like he was trying to be out. Well, I'm not gonna say the victim he was trying to make himself out to be, but he assaulted another person. All right, and everybody's like, oh, Jack Perry was like a bitch. Like, of course. Just because Punk got his ass whooped in the UFC, what you think will happen to Jack Perry in the UFC? That's just my opinion. That's just my look at it. These guys are wrestlers. They're not really supposed to be fighting each other like
I
that.
guess Jack Perry is not allowed to disagree or
And Jay, goddamn.
have an opinion about something that he wants to do without being labeled a bitch or anything like that. That's just fucking dumb.
Shout out to Jack Perry. He would Anna Jay, right?
Like,
yeah.
Shout
Shout out to Jack Perry.
Jack Perry is winning, bro.
You are a hero amongst men.
He is winning, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, he got choked, but it's like, look at the fucking circumstances of what we just saw. Man put his hands on him and then went after a choke.
And then stayed at a hotel with Anna Jay after that.
Come here, baby. Yeah, Punk kicked your ass. I'll make you feel better. Damn.
I could, if that's the case, if the AEW Ramble is gonna be a fucking comedy show tomorrow.
I might join that.
That shit gonna be a comedy show tomorrow. That's gotta see what time they going live. I might have to align my break with that show.
Word. We gotta hear what Jimmy has to say about that promo.
Because I have a feeling that Jimmy is gonna set SP off, bro.
I just want to hear the cruel and mean things he's going to say about Tony Khan.
Oh my god, yo, yeah, Jimmy is gonna flame Tony Khan tomorrow. He is gonna flame Tony Khan. Holy shit.
Poor TK. Catching strays.
Man, ain't a fucking stray. It's a direct hit. None of this shit would be happening.
Because it's like, yo, people gonna put
his fucking foot down.
Because people gonna put themselves in they're gonna put their own shoes in Tony Khan's position and act like Tony Khan should be them. Like Tony Khan is him.
Yeah,
He's a very frail, non-confrontational guy, and then everybody is that's gonna talk about him is gonna talk as if that's themselves that's talking about it. Like, yeah, that's cool. It ain't gonna happen to Top Guy. It ain't gonna happen to Chris. It ain't gonna happen to Josh. But that he ain't us.
Like, very true.
He's like Jimmy has already agreed with. I mean, of course. I mean, not surprising. I mean, it's like water's wet.
Is it?
Will Chisholm with another super chat. Thank you, brother. I'm more mad that Goldust is tonight's main event. We got to have Cody's big brother be the main event. Yeah. Got to let him finish his story.
Man, you closed the book on that shit years ago.
I'm just saying, man. If you're gonna critique the situation, man, you got to critique it as somebody with a non-personal opinion and understand the type of person that you're talking about. Can't put yourself in them shoes. You just can't. bunch of fucking New Yorkers here, and you over here talking about somebody from Jacksonville, Florida, or wherever the fuck he's from. Like,
well, he lives in Jacksonville, but I don't think he's from there.
He's probably not. I don't know where he's from, but he ain't from these parts. I'll tell you. Like,
this man is in the
Everybody-
analytics department and traded wrestling tapes his whole life. You think
Everybody
he's stepping up
expect-
to anybody?
Yo, anybody
Yeah.
expect Tony to be from the streets?
The only hood he had was on his jacket.
He ain't about that life.
I mean, if people, I mean, and then also if people expected like in the footage, did I expect anything of Jack doing anything? To be honest with you, no, because in the reports, it was never. The first report we got was basically Punk's side, where they're like, "Oh yeah, Jack was the one that threw the first punch," and then it turns out like, no, that's not what happened. Then you hear different other stuff that was stating that Punk put his hands on him first, and then what the footage showed, Punk put his hands on him first. Like, that's what it showed.
And also, to be fair, he kind of just jumped him. If you want to square up with me, we square up. Don't fucking try to sucker punch.
Oh, yeah,
him.
yeah,
They
that
ain't sucker
definitely
punch him, but
No, that's what I'm saying. That definitely wasn't a squirrel up. He pushed him and then he grabbed him.
Listen, that better not be an actual.
He said, so everything Punk said on the show was accurate? Definitely not.
That ain't there. We're not. Yeah. We're not. None of Ariel's words has no credibility right now. Ariel's a full-blown fucking instigator.
Right? He does all the time, even with the UFC fighters. Like, it's something new.
Full-blown instigator, bro.
He's out vote for Thunder Rosa. The
you don't
fuck
have
is
a match.
Hey, bro. This guy, yo. He said he's out vote for Thunder Rosa. He ain't spelling right. He got the wrong person, though.
Alright.
And he got the fucking audacity to tell people what not to do on the stream. You can't even get the right people in the fucking match.
Nobody said he punched him. You pushed him first, then he put him in a chokehold.
He said the footage showed what Punk said. Nah, I don't think it showed that.
Yeah, I just want to see what McIntyre gonna say about this shit.
I don't think it showed that because the way he said it, he was like, "Oh, I approached him. I was like, why are you about this internet shit?" I was like, from that video, he came in hot, and he should have said that too. He should have said it. He came in pissed. He came in hot. We saw it clearly in the video. You saw that. He didn't approach him casually. He wasn't trying to have a conversation. He was ready to fight. That's how he approached it. And the way that he worded it in the interview, that's not what he was trying to do. I'm just saying.
And you realize how close CM Punk walked up to Jack?
He said there's no audio, but he did say, but yeah, but then also there's a other thing that there's also saying that Jack didn't say that. So again, we're coming from a guy who's known to lie. So it's like when it comes to that, we really don't know who said what at this point.
But there's definitely gonna be a lot of opinions, and it's gonna be one side or the other. I don't think it's not gonna be anybody in the middle.
Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, it's gonna be like if you were against AEW before, you're just gonna agree with Punk, which Romeo. We already know Romeo loves WWE. He's pro WWE, so he's gonna agree with everything that Punk did. And then people who love AEW, they're gonna agree with showing the footage and saying, "Oh yeah, Punk was in the wrong." And then you're gonna have us, who are basically in the middle of things. like, yeah, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, but then this is not what he said. You know what I mean? Like,
try to actually dissect it and actually talk about what we heard and what we saw.
Yeah.
And not put the company's love into it.
Who's this chick?
Who's this chick?
It's a legit question. I don't know who this is.
Oh shit! Yeah, who is this?
I want to know,
Damn.
my lovely.
whoa, what is going on?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know,
She
but I
look-
like
Kind of
it.
curious.
I like it. a lot.
who is this girl? She a little baddie.
I feel like I've
So,
seen this
yeah, I like
before.
it a lot.
somewhere.
That's that. Yo, Ness, yo, I swear to God. What the
Oh,
yo, what's going
shit.
on? Bro,
Yeah.
I think AEW just became must-see TV.
I thought she was about to put her face in those bosoms.
I hope that's next. Hopefully that's next week. We're
Keep
gonna slow
watching,
build towards this.
Top Guy, if you ain't see it yet.
it's like,
One dude in the background clapping his hands off. Pause. No Diddy.
Maybe that was a tag team partner in Stardom.
I'd love to see her do that shit too. No one like
100%. Punk don't look like a badass. He put a 5'7" man, 130-pound man into a fucking headlock.
Punk looks like the badass.
He assaulted.
Yeah.
a
I
coworker.
think you know
Assaulted Jungle Boy.
This is
Yeah.
troll. This is
That's what I'm
troll
saying.
Romeo
Like,
right now.
it's
This is
really
the
not
troll
that.
Romeo right now.
This is
He's trolling
Tromeo.
right
We're getting
Yeah,
Tromeo.
this is Tromeo right here. He's definitely not believing any of the stuff that he's saying right now.
Badass.
He's
he
just
said
saying
that
this
Punk was like
to
a
get a reaction.
badass, please. Remind you guys, last year this was the same guy who wanted Punk fired from AEW. Just so you guys remember, he wanted Punk. He was on the hype train to get CM Punk out of AEW, and now he's his defense attorney when
It's
it
'cause he
comes to
wanted
this
him-
footage.
It's because he wanted him to be in WWE. Makes sense. He wanted him to come back home.
Yep, and look, he keeps falling back on the same thing. Like, oh yeah, he told him that. That's what Punk said. It's the same guy who's been lying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's going on?
Oh, don't do that.
Oh man. You laid her out. She got laid out.
He's like, he literally tells Tony, fire me at the end. Yes, he said he told him to fire him. He said that he quit, remember? So, I mean, which one is it?
He said he fucking quit. He
There's a big difference for telling your employer, hey, fire me, than to say, I quit. So, I mean, what are we
I mean,
doing?
he kind of
But she didn't. Whether he said it or not, he didn't quit. He got fired.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying, but in the interview, remember, he said he quit, right? But Romeo's saying like he literally tells Tony to fire me, but I'm like, but he said he quit. So which one is it?
I mean,
Yeah,
both occurrences did happen. He did ask Tony. He did say he asked Tony to let him go. He said,
No, but I'm saying, but
"Release him."
before that, yeah, but
Yeah,
that was like way before. But I'm talking
So
about
he's
like
putting
like
both
he's saying
stories
right now.
together. He's putting both stories.
Yeah, so it's like, no, that's not how that shit works. that's not how that shit works. And that's what he's doing. That's not how that shit works.
He's putting both stories together, bro. You can't tell.
This dude will be the worst defense attorney of all time.
Your Honor, my
The
client
guy,
is guilty.
he'll defend the guy.
But it was justified.
You know, it's funny. Like knowing, like he's the type of, he'll be the type of attorney that he'll defend somebody off of what do you call that? A fare ticket, right? That they didn't pay their transit, right? And then the offense is a fine. Romeo will be so bad at it that the dude ends up getting 10 years.
off hopping the turnstile.
Like, no, this is what you got to do. This is how you do it. And then all of a sudden, the dude gets 10 years in prison.
He said, "That's it. I'm joining." Just because it's gonna.
So look at that. So look at that. We get
15 minutes.
Now all of a sudden he wants to join. Yeah.
15
Look at
minutes.
this. And then now all of a sudden he wants to join, right?
He's going to trash the main event too because he's on to play off of WrestleMania, the Samoan Joe or Samoan named Joe.
Yeah, he's giving a story like a video package. He's giving a story like a video package. That happened during the video package. Damn, yo, my man has become Punk's defense attorney, bro.
Yeah, that's what happens when anybody goes back to WWE. He's come home. She's come home. Come on home.
Yo,
all the fucking time.
And to say anybody looks like a badass for attacking Jack Perry.
That's what I'm saying.
For a Jack Perry, it's like $160.
Soaking wet.
Like,
fucking 5'7", 5'8", maybe.
That dude is like 10, 15 pounds heavier than Darby Allin, bro.
I think if anything, Jack Perry looks more like the badass.
Oh, here we fucking go.
Look who it is. Look who it is.
Great.
He's great.
Let's hear this. Let's fucking hear it. Get him in here.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Get him in here.
I can see the bottom part. I can't really see him, so I can't.
I think he's adjusting his shit. There he is.
What good did this do for AEW? What good?
Got you talking about it.
Got me laughing at him. Got me laughing at him.
I mean, it got you to join the stream. So,
yeah.
Oh man,
it got you to join the stream because all of a sudden you wanted to defend Phil Brooks all of a sudden, huh? Right? Remember last year you were on the bandwagon. You wanted him fired.
He deserved to be fired.
You were even telling the man to do some drugs. That's how far you were going. That's how far you were going, right?
You seem pretty stressed out.
You know what I'm saying? But am I lying about that?
I definitely
he deserves to be fired.
No. Answer the question. It's yes or no.
Yes, I said he needs drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
And alcohol. Look at
that. Look at that. You see? Look at that.
That guy was stressed out, man.
Look at that. He's already proving my point.
What are you arguing with me about? I said something. What does that matter?
What are you arguing with me about?
Exactly. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that.
Hey, you said on the thing, hey, that's it. I'm joining the stream. So why are you here?
So
because you calling me a lawyer for CM Punk? How am I a lawyer for CM Punk?
Why are you here?
You are being a lawyer.
How?
Wait,
you mean how not?
Are we not reading this thread, bro? Like, are you serious right now? What? Like, you're putting both stories together, dude.
This man got tunnel vision.
Separate what happened on the Saturday and then what happened at All In. Those are two different occurrences. We got the interview. The interview, he asked Tony to release him, to cut him, to do all of that. At the end of All In, he said he fucking quit. That's not the same thing.
Okay, all right. I got the words wrong. I quit. I'm firing me.
Oh yeah. So now, look at this.
It's not the fucking.
I'm out of here, man.
No matter what he said, he got fucking fired.
Exactly.
Anyway.
What are you so hung up on that for? Somebody tell me how this looks good for AEW. Somebody tell me that.
It has. It's content. People are talking about it regardless of.
They're not talking
however they feel about
positively,
it.
Nas. They're talking.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
There's no
matter.
such thing. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
No, it looks so
Yeah.
bad. It made
If
Jack
any-
Perry look like a jackass.
That's good. When he comes back, he gets more heat.
He says
You want him to be a heel anyway, right?
I'm not.
It
against
definitely
CM
works.
Punk.
It works for Punk, really. It's not that.
Yeah,
good for
I'm
AEW.
not
It works great
against
for
CM Punk. I just think I'm like, yeah, he wasn't fully transparent of what happened.
All right,
No,
does Dustin
okay,
Rhodes really
so-
need to
Wait, how
fucking
wasn't he
bleed on Dynamite
transparent about
tonight?
what happened?
So
He wasn't.
so let's backtrack because
He said I didn't throw a punch, which he didn't.
If we heard the first,
No,
like,
but we did
30
say that
minutes,
though. We did say that. We did defend Punk on that. It was like, yeah, he didn't throw a punch. We did say
Yeah,
that.
if we
The
heard
first
the
one,
first
we ain't
30
punching.
minutes of what we talked about, we didn't immediately pick, oh my God, everybody's against Punk and Punk is a liar. Like, there's stuff in there that we literally said as Punk should not have handled as a talent, and he should have had people literally like not in that situation to put him in, because we don't know if somebody asked him again to do it, because he said that pretty clear. You don't want me to handle anything because you're not going to like it. I'm pretty sure if that conversation happened at All In, he probably said the exact same thing, and you got what you asked for. You got exactly what you asked for. So if you didn't want Punk to handle it, you shouldn't even let him near the man.
Right about that.
So defending Punk and for Punk, no, it's what we're talking about happened.
Listen, I fully expected, like, if they're showing this, it's because like Punk looked weak. Like Jack Perry just like, this headlock ain't shit. And he just escaped it and you probably shoved him around a bit. And Punk looked weak. You didn't get any of that in that footage.
No, that was not. I don't know where you was. I don't know what you was thinking.
Because that's logical thinking. Why would you show this?
No, that's not logical thinking.
Why would you show this?
They did it to make him look bad.
How does Punk look bad?
He
Where?
does look bad because he
Where?
started. He started the situation.
How do you know that? You didn't hear what Perry
He
said.
put his hands on him.
You didn't hear what Perry said. You didn't. There's
Yeah,
no
but then-
audio.
Yeah, but yet you're going off about what he's saying.
Okay,
That's
so
the thing.
I can't
But you're-
say Punk is in the wrong. If
But you're
I can't
going-
hear what
but-
Perry's saying.
No, but you're basing it off like just like, oh, but this is what he said. I'm like, no, he's a Punk again. Punk is already proven that he's not telling the full truth on things.
He told the truth about the actions.
No, he didn't.
But
I didn't punch him. I put him in a choke. That's what we saw, right?
And at the same time, AEW
So he
is
told the
not
truth.
putting out. They're not putting out the whole story because they shared no audio.
Yeah.
Because that's
So-
very convenient, right, JJ?
So
No,
that-
but
that-
but then also
so neither.
but
I
then
don't think
also-
either one is right for doing it. Like,
No, but
Punk was wrong for talking
I don't
about
think-
it. Period.
I don't think CM Punk is wrong, but like I said before, there's a time and a place for everything. If he was going to put his hands on him, it should have been after the match or after the show. You don't go out there and jeopardize a whole biggest show of a whole company's existence, because you want to be a fucking fake tough guy and put
That's what
100.
Punk would tell you about Jack.
But Jack didn't go out there and fucking physically put his hands on CM Punk and try to ruin his match. He fucking said a line to get himself over, which was a great line, by the way. And CM Punk got boo-booed about it and fucking handled it the wrong way. He's not wrong.
Bro,
But you're grown
so
men. If you want to handle it like that, it is what it is. But it's her time and place.
I got a rebuttal to this because I see my boys over here talking about we men. We don't know what we're on. We are at work.
I'm a man,
nigga. Like, we're at work. If we're at work, there's a different behavior that we need to fucking carry. If we are in the street, or we at the club, or you at my crib, or we on the block,
Yeah, there's a big difference.
yeah. Now let's talk. But we
That's
are
a
at
big
the place
difference.
where I collect a paycheck to keep the roof over my fucking head. Why am I putting that in jeopardy just to tell another man how to do his job?
Yeah.
That makes no fucking sense. It doesn't matter what they are. They're at work.
It's work.
They're,
It's still
they're
work.
at work. They're employer.
It's still
I'm an
work.
employer.
That's why I'm laughing.
This guy works
paycheck.
construction, like toxic
Oh my God.
environment. Niggas just fighting on the lunch break before they lay the bricks. Like, damn, this ain't 1998 no more, guys.
We're
And what
construction
happens-
workers.
And what happens when NFL players fight, bro? They get suspended or they will probably get released.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're at work.
Aaron Rodgers could have choked somebody. Nobody was releasing him.
No,
Well, I mean, after he tore his
I
Achilles, they're like,
understand the
oh, well, who's gonna
standpoint.
sign you now? They're like, well, who's gonna sign you now?
Aaron Rodgers takes so much fucking ayahuasca to choke anybody besides himself.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That's a compliment. I like Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, I like Aaron Rodgers too. He's a little weird, but
I love it. I love the
always liked
weirdness.
yeah, I've always liked it. I mean, hopefully he comes back and the Jets don't have to use Zach Wilson again. That's all you can really ask for.
Yeah, because we all know Tyrod Taylor is good for like 3 drives before he gets hurt again.
It just seemed like y'all were saying that CM Punk's not in the wrong. Like I'm saying that CM Punk's not in the wrong. Like he shouldn't have been fired. I always said he should have been fired for that. It just seemed like he was saying like, oh, I'm pro WWE. That CM Punk is great.
Wrong.
I said
Well,
that.
I mean, you are. I mean, to be fair, you are pro WWE.
Yeah, because if somebody did the Charlotte, it'd be a whole nother conversation.
Well, Andrade, he smacked Sammy backstage.
Well, I mean,
Where's the footage for that?
I'm all right with that.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, nobody likes Sammy at the moment, so it was like
Everybody was like, "Cool, oh, nice." Everybody was mad Andrade got suspended.
no, but you know what it is. But in that situation, Andrade did, like he did provoke the situation by talking about how he didn't like what Sammy did and shit.
Yeah, definitely.
And guess what happened to CM Punk after that? He got let go after that altercation. Why? Because he did that at work.
Yep.
If you do that shit at work, I don't give a fuck how much of a man you are. Your ass is going to be looking for another fucking job.
And he found it.
And luckily, there's the
You see, look at that. You see,
Game home.
I'm sick of this home shit.
Luckily he has the WWE. Unlike for most of us, we might not have that sister company we can go to. We get fired from that place, from our career, our place of employment. Oh, I could just go to the sister company. They'll take me. I'll just give them the backstory and they'll hire me.
Some of us can afford to get into a fight at work.
I don't think that's an option for Griff.
That's like you're talking about a small
everybody just got a
percentage.
backup
We're
job.
talking about like a very small percentage.
Like everybody just got that backup job in their back pocket. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's an option for Luther.
You can't live like that.
Oh, we got another super chat.
CM Punk just happens to be so polarized. I get with the super chat, y'all.
Will Chisholm says, and Sammy called Eddie Kingston fat, and Eddie had to let him know. Damn straight. Eddie got suspended for that.
Yeah.
And then,
because
I mean, Punk is back in WWE. He's doing great stuff with Drew McIntyre, so it's not like I hate the fact that he's working again.
No, I'm glad he's back.
And it was expected. It was expected he would go back because I do think CM Punk is good for the business. I do think like he's good for the business. No matter what people say about him, no matter how you feel about him, he's good for business.
Is this gonna be like a chain match?
I think he's doing a great job at. I think he's trolling me. I think he's doing a really good job at it.
Yeah, he's like you're saying that it was like a flex. Again, you probably don't know Top Guy very well if you think that was him flex.
I think he's trolling. I think he's trolling me at this point. You're doing a good job though. You're doing a good job.
All right, y'all. I just had to defend myself. Jack Perry looks terrible. Punk looks great.
Nobody's here talking about no fucking flex. We don't fuck about no fucking flex.
Look at that, and then he runs away. You see that, guys? He runs away. Look at that.
It wouldn't have flew into Attitude Era, but we got to realize this is 30 years later.
1998. This is 27, 28 years ago.
Nearly 30 years later, bro. We can't be comparing timelines and how people
Like, trust
react
me,
in different
I'm
generations. We can't do that shit, man. It's
I'm telling you, if we in the street, bro, we probably fuck a lot of people up at a bar together. I'm telling you that shit right now. But that's
But
at a
the thing
bar.
is too,
We'll
right?
get kicked
Everyone's
out
like,
and we'll
like
dap about it and
because
laugh
like
about
they
it.
want to have fluid in the Attitude Era. I mean, there's a lot of things, and there's a lot of things that happen in Attitude Era that you can't do now,
yeah,
right? So I mean,
like
you
drugs, hard drugs.
So I mean, like exactly, right? So I mean, like you're gonna tell me right now, like the WWE locker room, the way that it is right now, is the same that it was in the Attitude Era. Like, are we gonna lie to ourselves and try to convince ourselves like that's similar? No, it's a different time. You might not like it. You might not like it's a different time, but this is for everywhere. We're talking about around the world. There's shit that we could do 20, 30 years ago. We just can't do it now. It's just
Bro.
what it is at this point. So it's like,
if the man
Swerve
didn't
to
have the
close the show.
WWE if he didn't have the WWE to fall back on, he would
He'd
have
be
been
nowhere.
regretting. He would have been regretting that decision that he made for a long, long time because he would be looking for work. But the fact that he is who he is, like if that was, let's just say, let's just throw a random name. If that was Ibar that did that, Ibar, whatever the fuck you want to call him, that's a decision that he's gonna fucking regret because he ain't gonna find work very easily.
Will Chisholm with another super chat. Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. Nia and Charlotte did go to blows in the ring, shoot style.
You see, oh god, you can't.
That was fun.
My man is talking about the biggest stars in the business. He's talking about the biggest stars in the fucking industry. If Stone Cold got into a fucking fight with somebody, he would have a job in 2.5 seconds. Anywhere else.
That's true.
Again, bringing up more big names. Shawn Michaels.
Totally different era, totally different circumstance. That's it for Dynamite. It was a good show. It was definitely Dynamite. It was a Dynamite we're talking about for sure.
Swerve looked pretty strong on that one at the end too. That was good. I like this build.
The start of the show too. Start and the end of the show.
Let's see how they handle that. Let's see how they handle next week, the go home show before the actual pay-per-view.
11 days away.
Yes. So it's almost there. It's coming fast. Thank you everybody for joining us. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Anything you guys want to plug, Top Guy?
I'm just kicking it with the fam right now. Like I'm good with this plug and socials. I'll pop back on probably for the Dynamite watch along. That's in about a week and a half. So probably be on for that with you guys. Next True Heel Heat will probably be in May.
Someone banned Antoine. Hate to see it.
It's
Josh,
because he's talking a bunch of rubbish, yo. He's talking a bunch, like he's literally. I think he probably lives probably like up the block from Utica or some shit.
Oh my god!
Like he probably lives right up on Utica or Flatbush or some shit with that kind of attitude, talking that dumb shit. Or he probably doesn't have a fucking job.
Yeah, once you start hijacking the chat, it's just like, bro, like this ain't about you at this point.
He might be
having fun, but it's like, come
Utica.
on. Yeah, it's like at this point, it's like, hey man, at the end of the day, people are gonna be divided by it. And again, right? Like what we were talking about. I don't think none of us is against CM Punk. I'm not against CM Punk. None of us were. We were just saying, hey, there's things that he said that didn't happen, but then there's things that he wasn't accurate on. And that's where I stay on everything. Now when it comes to the whole company themselves, like, was there things that they should have done that should have been prevented? Absolutely. And I think nobody's disagreeing with that. Do I think there's one side more wrong than the other? Not really. It was a situation that could have been prevented, and unfortunately it happened. Like, that's just what it is. It happened.
Mm-hmm.
Again, none of us we're not against CM Punk, but do I think the guy is telling the full truth? Absolutely not. and I expect that from him. Like, right?
Listen, you got to protect your brand. You got to protect yourself. Like, and some things it's like, yeah, that you're gonna protect yourself. So obviously, but his track record, he doesn't say what he did wrong ever. And
Yeah.
so he has the track record of the elongated what he is. And like, I think you hit it right on the head earlier. He's either the hero, the diffuser, or the victim. He's never the person that starts it. He's never the person that initiates it. He's never the person that is the issue. It's never, ever, ever him. Like, it took him 10 years to realize, damn, I might have been acting up a little funny. And that's only because he got fired from AEW. Like, he would have still stood on his sword and stood on that hill if he was employed by AEW still.
Indeed.
So,
yeah, I mean,
you know.
and that's how I feel about it. That's how it's like. I think him returning to WWE, I think it was one of those things where I was mixed about, because it was like, bro, like, you know how you got here. So like I think I just wanted fans to be more honest about it. It's just like, guys, like let's cut this shit out. We all know why he's here, and we all know why like this is the only place he will go to. So I mean that's just how I felt about it. But again, like I said before, I mean, CM Punk is good for business.
100%.
I've never,
100%.
He's good for business. I'm still a CM Punk fan. Does this change my views on CM Punk? No, it doesn't change my views, because I expected all of this from
Like
Phil.
my man, I got a CM Punk shirt right in my fucking wardrobe center over
yeah.
there.
So it's like,
So
again, like it doesn't change my fandom for him. It is what it is. They showed it. They wanted to be transparent about it, and that's just what it is. And if you're upset at the company for showing it, then maybe stop watching. Then stop watching Dynamite. Stop watching any of their shows if you feel some type of way about it. That's all.
It's the beauty of wrestling, guys. It gave us great fucking dialogue and context to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this shit up before Ness goes to sleep.
Nah, I'm chilling.
Josh, anything you want to plug before we sign out?
Yeah, my socials, JamPunk321, Twitter and Instagram. And I'll be on Saturday for Tru Heat, the podcast. I'll be on for that as well.
Ness, anything you would like to plug?
Twitter, Instagram, skinny__Kravitz. I think I'm actually going to join AE Ramble tomorrow. I definitely want to see what the fuck Jimmy gonna say. I'm gonna be there live and in person, well, virtually. But yeah,
there we go. You can find me at True Hill Chris G. Every Wednesday here, Elite Heat. Thursday was it Total Night Blunts has been suspended. We'll bring it out for the live watch alongs. Hopefully, we'll do some specials on Fridays or Saturdays when they drop their specials. But in the meantime, you can catch the shorts on the YouTube wrestling channel. Every Wednesday covering NXT and every Friday covering Impact Wrestling, TNA Impact. So keeping a lookout for those. And then catch me on the sports channel where your daily NBA recap shorts as well. Thank you guys for joining us today. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining us here. Drop my mouse on Elite Heat number 90. 10 away from 100. Can't wait. It's going to be a big episode. We'll see you guys next week for Elite Heat 91. See you later.